Hi everyone, in this video we're going to look at the unit circle a little closer. Now, a couple of things we need to remember. We did a little bit about the unit circle last year in grade 11. So this is going to be the unit circle, but we're going to be using radians. So we kind of have all the same rules, but now the units that we're using are radians. So let's first start with our 90 degrees. So when we go in increments of 90, you go 0, 90, 180, 270, 360, right? So this time, instead of counting by 90s, we're going to be counting by pi by 2s. So I've got 0 pi by 2, 1 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, and 3 pi by 2, finally 4 pi by 2. That takes us all the way around in increments of pi by 2, and I end up having divides the circle up into 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now here in this pi by 4, you're dividing pi into 4 pieces, as you can see on the top here, and our counting goes up by divisions of 4. So you go 1 pi by 4, 2 pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 4 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4, 6 pi by 4, 7 pi by 4, 8 pi by 4. Then onto the pi by 3s, I've got 0 pi by 3, 1 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3, 3 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3, 5 pi by 3, 6 pi by 3. So that's counting up by divisions of pi by 3, or that's equivalent to 60 degrees. Now finally here we've got our pi by 6s. That's going up by 30 degrees. So I've got 0 pi by 6, 1 pi by 6, 2 pi by 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 pi by 6, 7, 8, 9 pi by 6, 10 pi by 6, 11 pi by 6, and 12 pi by 6. So that's how you count by pi's going around your unit circle. Now, this is related to the special triangles. So let's have a look at what the special triangles are. If you don't remember them from last year, then there's a bit of a review in the next video. Okay, so here are, let's see, this is our first quadrant, and this is looking at our special triangle. So this is your 30, 60, 90 triangle, and then to figure out these coordinates, you go cos of 30 degrees with this red triangle to figure out this value, and sine of 30 degrees with this triangle here. Okay, now this purple one is the 45, 45, 90 triangle. Let's see if I can paste it down. And this is cos 45, or cos pi by 4, and this is sine pi by 4. So that's the value of the coordinates. You've got your x and y coordinates. And the green one here, this is the same 30, 60, 90 triangle as we had laying in the red one here, except for it's just in a different position. And so you notice that the coordinate values are the same, they're just in opposite order. So instead of the half being in the y, it's in the x, and vice versa for this guy. Okay, now when we are looking at our unit circle, you're taking these values that you have here, and in order to get them in the second quadrant, all we do is, it's just a reflection where you just kind of flip it, okay? And then to get them in the third quadrant, we kind of do a reflection like this. And then to get them in the fourth quadrant, we do a reflection like, bear with me, this. Okay, so that's why we have all the same coordinates, except they're in opposite orders and they have different signs. Now the reason they have different signs, is because in this first quadrant here, your x and your y values are both positive, and this second quadrant, your x's are negative, your y's are positive. Here both of them are negative, and this one, your x's are positive and your y's are negative again. So this relates back to the cast rule, what we did. All right, so this means that cosine is positive in this quadrant, they're all positive in this quadrant. Sine is the only one that's positive in this quadrant here, and tan is the only positive one in this quadrant. Cosine, I already said cosine. Cosine's positive there. All right, good. Now, this page is asking to figure out the value of p of 3 pi by 2. So what you're doing is you're figuring out what the coordinate is. So if you use your unit circle for reference, it's asking for the coordinate points. So we look here and we count 1 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. That lands us right here. The coordinate is 0, -1. Now for 7 pi by 4, you're just counting around 7 pi by 4s. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pi by 4 lands you right here. The coordinate of that is √2/2, comma, -√2/2. And for negative 5 pi, you're going in the opposite direction. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pi, and that lands you right here where the coordinate point is -1, 0. And for -2 pi by 3, that's the next question, you're going to go in the opposite direction again, and you're going to count by 3s. So 1 pi by 3 in the opposite direction, 2 pi by 3 in the negative direction lands you right here, and the coordinate of that point is -1/2 √3/2. Okay, now let's do a couple of examples from this page, and after I'm going to show you a real quick way that you could memorize how to write out all the coordinates of the unit circle. So this is just asking you to fill in which quadrant the following angles terminate. So 3 pi by 4 terminates in quadrant 2, and I also want you to write down what the reference angle is. The reference angle for that is pi by 4. For B, 7 pi by 6, that's in quadrant 3, and the reference angle for that is pi by 6. So when you're looking for these negative guys, make sure you're going in the opposite direction. So make sure you're going clockwise. So it ends up in quadrant 2, and the reference angle is pi by 3. So finish the rest of them on your own. And just before you're gone, I'm going to show you a real quick way that you can remember the coordinates of the unit circle so that you can recreate it for a test. All right, so you've got your coordinate points here, x and y, and this is going to be 1, 0. This is going to be 0, 1. All right, so very simply, just follow this pattern. It's almost brainless. 1, 2, 3, 3, whoops, sorry, not that brainless, haha, and then 3, 2, 1. So these are in the opposite direction. Everything's divided by 2, and then all you're going to do is square root anything that isn't a 1. If you square root the 1 as well, it doesn't change the value. Okay, so there you go. Now all you're doing is you're going to just recreate, so you're just going to kind of mirror image of it over here to get these points. So this point here is going to be -√3/2, 1/2. So you can pretty much just copy this out here and just change all the x values to negative. And then -1/2 and √3/2. That'll very quickly kind of give you the unit circle. So why don't you finish it off so that you have these two bottom quadrants completed, and then give this homework a try at the bottom. All right, good luck folks. See you later.